Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV and Facebook Live. We're Facebook Live. Hello, everybody out there. And also, you can check us out on YouTube. You can watch all the episodes of the Albert and Billy Show on YouTube. Hello, Papa.
Do you think anybody would want to watch us on YouTube?
A lot of people do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just because you don't know how to use it,
I should wear a shirt and tie, you think?
No, we're not going to get that fancy, no. You don't ever have to worry about that, Papa. We've got a few announcements here, looks like, Papa. I'll do mine because yours is pretty long. But important. It's
very important.
About voting.
Getting more important as days go by.
True, that's true. It is. I'll start out by saying the Pikeville Volunteer Fire Department. We've been talking about this for a week or two now, and it's coming up on us tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow. Yeah.
They've got a big sign down there warning you to come in and eat tomorrow.
And that's exactly right. That's what they want you to do, folks. It'll be from 4 to 7 p.m. It's at the fire hall. And the members will be serving grilled chicken. They'll have a choice of 2 sides, roll, dessert, and a drink. Modest donation per plate is requested. Remember, all proceeds benefit the operations of the fire department. You can eat in or carry out. And if you do have a question, though, just give them a call at 447-6222. That is tomorrow. Hello. And also, let's see. We got, well, this is always a big one. You're invited to the 66th annual meeting of BTC Fiber at the Blitzo Telephone Co-op headquarters building right here in Pikeville. That's going to be on Thursday, October the 8th. It'll start at 10 a.m. It's always a big day. They always give away a lot of prizes.
No, Carino.
Oh, okay. Well, I take all that back. Never mind. We'll see what this says. The purpose of this meeting is to elect 3 directors. Yeah, there's elections in accordance with a whole bunch of stuff to receive reports and transact such other business that might come before the meeting. The nominees listed below, and let's see, who are we talking about? First class, 3-year terms. John Lee Downey, who's been there forever, he's running unopposed.
Unopposed every time.
Yeah, and then Dion Alt Jr.
I like him.
Yeah, I like Little
I like
Don.
his wife.
Little Don's what I know him as.
I like his wife too.
Yeah, she's really nice, and he's running unopposed. All of them's unopposed, because the third one is too. Danny Wallace.
He's from Dunlap.
Dunlap is also unopposed, but they are okay. I see here. Due to the COVID-19, though, attendance is limited to members only. No spouses or guests will be admitted. CDC guidelines will be followed for social distancing. Lunch will not be served, and gifts and door prizes will not be awarded. So, okay, now
not your standard affair.
Well, it's just
but the election of the directors is what's important.
Right, which it's unopposed. So,
and these were side things that gets thrown your way to have a meal and win a prize. But nonetheless, if the members are not there to vote, the directors get in unopposed anyway. But
oh yeah, true.
I would like to think that people that are been doing this for 65 years, this will be the 66th year. Of course, Charlie Moore's not been there all this time.
No, he's not 66 years old.
This is a public facility, and the public is the one that determines who gets to serve them. And I think it's an important part of our society. I would encourage people to go.
Right, the members.
Even though it's going to be limited.
Yeah, limited attendance there. Let's see. So now let's talk about the BCHS class of 75, Papa. They're going to be holding a class reunion October 2nd and 3rd. The Blitzo County High School class of 75 going to be having their 45th class reunion on Friday and Saturday, October 2nd and 3rd. Friday evening, class members will meet at the Main Street stage for a concert. It's going to be by Pam and Rick. I do not know how to say that name. I'm not even going to lie. Kush Indian, maybe. Sorry if I said that wrong. They're with the Loose Shoes Band. And some talented classmates will be playing as well. Food will be available to purchase, or you can bring your own. Then Saturday night, it will be at the City Hall. The City Hall building at 5 p.m. And there'll be a catered meal by Morgan Brothers Barbecue. Cost for the meal will be $15 per person. Reservations can be made by sending a payment to Sandy Hitchcock Smith. Send it to 1724 Lusk Loop Road, Dunlap, Tennessee, 37327. Make checks payable to Bledsoe County High School class of 1975, and please include contact information. Okay, and then pre-K openings at Pikeville and Rigsby. We got Pikeville Elementary and Rigsby Elementary have openings for pre-K children. In an effort to fill the open spots, Bledsoe County Schools are now taking applications for kids who will be 4 years old by December the 31st. All right, Papa, let's hear about the early voting process.
Well, one thing that intrigues me about that class of 75, can you imagine how much difference there is in your stature in 45 years?
Well, not everybody, though. Some people don't
maybe
look
not.
much different, you
maybe
know.
Not.
But yeah, that's what you're saying, yeah.
But this man and woman were talking one day, and they were husband and wife, been married for 25 years. And he says to her, honey, if I die or if you leave me, will you start dating again? And she thought about it for a minute. She said, no. Said, I'd have to lose too much weight. Early voting.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That one was free.
That was a joke, right? That wasn't even an outwardology. He's feeling good today, folks.
This has to do with November the 3rd. We're going to have federal, state, and general elections here in Bledsoe County on November 3rd.
Big one here, locals trustee race.
So here are your voting hours, the days and the times. It begins October the 14th and goes through the 29th.
Yeah.
That's 16 days that you'll have this benefit for you if you don't want to appear on the day of the election.
A lot of people like to early vote.
I do.
Yeah, I do too. It's not as crowded and.
But if more people do that, then it's easier for me to get in vote on election day.
Good point.
I
didn't think about that. That's pretty good.
The first day that it will be available is on the 14th. That's on a Wednesday, and it's from 10 to 4. You have that 6-hour window that you're allowed to do this.
True.
Also, it will be on the Thursday of the following day, and then Friday. So those will be all right there lumped together, but on Thursday and Friday it's only from 1 to 4.
Time changes on that, yeah.
Then comes Saturday on the 17th, and again it's 9 to 12. They keep on switching these hours, so I'm sure you're not writing these down, but somewhere you'll have to read them sometime.
They want to, though, or you'll be confused.
Then you skip Sunday and you kick in on Monday the 19th, and here again it's 4 to 7. And on Tuesday it's from 1 to 7, and on Wednesday it's from 4 to 7. This is just
to make it any more.
Yeah,
this is to make you confused. So therefore, if you do not get to be at any of these affordable dates, you vote on November the 3rd.
Exactly.
Thursday, the 22nd, it will be, and this goes all the way through Saturday from 9 to noon. Now, I like that. That gives you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, it don't change. It's just 9 to noon.
And then you've got the last week, Monday through Thursday, from the 26th through the 29th.
Yeah.
And it's
also 9
to noon.
Okay, so the last 2 weeks of it, though, it's consistently 9 to noon.
I'd say a goodly portion of people that vote early now.
Yeah.
They vote early.
A lot of people do. A lot of people like to wait till that day, but whichever way you want to do it, just get out and vote. what's important. Just go vote.
There's some
everybody.
tradition in wanting to vote on election day. I don't know why
and
that
that'll
is.
never go away. That'll never go away. I don't think so. But which is good. That's
and
fine.
and I in the past I remember people will gather over here at the courthouse as the polls close or right after they close to understand and know before they go to bed that night who won.
Oh yeah, I love it. Everybody rallies around the courthouse yard across the street.
And particularly if you're one of the candidates.
Definitely.
You want to know if you won or lost.
And it's nerve-wracking. And everybody, a lot of people, well, the courtyard is full of people usually.
It is.
Especially around the clock up there. And yeah, town is packed on election day.
There are many advantages in being in a small town.
Yeah.
Many advantages.
That's one of them.
This is a small town.
No
red light.
Let me give you a definition of a small town.
You used to have 3.
I'm going to give you a
They've been
definition
replaced.
of a small town. A small town, and we're not in a small town. A small town is where the local newspaper puts the crossword puzzle on the first page.
Oh, is that's
You're
small. That is
really small when you have the crossword puzzle on the front page.
Yeah, because you basically have no news to talk about.
Now, Sandy, you're not included. Okay, we ready
Well, I guess it's trivia time in Tennessee.
All right. Number 1, a vice president's superior.
The president?
President.
Hey, I like
No
that
one
one. I
else.
like
No
that.
one else. No one else.
I hope they're all this easy.
Now, this actress is not active right now, but her last name is Farrow.
Mia.
Mia.
She was with Woody Allen, wasn't she?
That's a sweet name, Mia.
I like that name. Yeah.
I think there's a tennis player or no, soccer.
Yes.
Anyway,
Well, I was going to say her last name, but I'm not 100% on it, so I just won't say it.
if you are a foreign-born person, how do I describe you?
Foreign-born person, foreigner?
Well, that's
Pretty good guess.
to be honest, Billy, I hadn't thought of that. But say you're from another planet.
You're talking about alien.
But still, people that move here from other states, they're alien to this culture. They're alien to
Okay.
what goes on around here.
Got you.
And I guess you could call them foreigners.
I think foreigner sounds better than alien, don't you? If somebody calls you an alien,
Yeah,
you might take
yeah.
that as an insult.
Yeah. I'll go along with you. I'll retract that one. Mark that one off. Okay. What are some terms that you have heard or that you have used to refer to your daddy or your granddaddy? Tell me some words that
Daddy, Dad.
fondly you refer to that person that is your daddy or your granddaddy. What are the words that you use besides daddy and granddaddy?
Papa. I call you Papa.
I knew that would be number 1 with you, but what does Casey call me?
Papa.
Papa. So there's 2, Papa and Papa. I call one of mine
Nanny, or what you're saying? No, you're saying Dad. I keep Daddy, Dad. I don't really know what else to say on that one.
the one that I had one grandfather I called Papa. And I had one grandfather I called Pa, just P-A.
A Pa, yeah, that's a good one.
Because that's what everybody else called him, so that's what I called him. And Papa Roberts was Papa. But most people call me Papa. I don't care if I'm in Chattanooga or Knoxville or Nashville. People see me and they say, "You're Papa."
Many years ago, he was over here, and that's all I ever known him by. This was many years ago. I said, "Hey, Papa!" like that, and he turned around, just busted out laughing. He just started laughing. Everybody around him was standing around, started laughing at the same time. It was hilarious. I just said, "Hey, Papa!"
You're used to it, ain't you?
I don't mind it a bit.
I might be the one responsible for that starting.
I believe it was you're the first grandchild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn was always Carolyn to me until you came along.
It was Nanny.
And then when Carolyn became Nanny, and she was Nanny to me too. She was not my nanny, but I called her. Okay.
Yeah.
Japanese money is known as, it's called, what do you use in Japan if you're buying a piece of candy?
Lifeline, do you know? You do? Okay.
Yen?
Yen.
I would never guess that.
You know it, well, you've never been to Japan.
I've done a lot of traveling, but I've never made it to Japan, Papa.
I know of two people that decided they wanted to go to Japan, and did. One of them went twice.
No, I'm not, I mean,
Why would you want to go to Japan? I don't know.
I'd say it's a pretty cool trip.
Hawaii, I can understand. Hawaii,
I prefer Hawaii. I'd rather go to Hawaii.
But Japan?
Both trips, though, would be very, very long flights.
Number one largest group of people becoming Christian, Japan.
Oh, that's
Japan.
good. I like
supposedly.
that.
Well, probably the persecution level is low.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's lower than it was.
You can decide what you want to do.
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe so.
definitely. Yeah,
They have
it's
more
definitely
freedom.
gotten better on that. All right, let's see next
Okay,
one then.
next one. If you're not an amateur, you're a
Professional.
or pro. Well, that's short for professional. huh?
Exactly.
Mark that off.
Exactly.
If you are a young man and you went to Fall Creek Falls on a camping trip, and your camp bed is called a, what do you sleep on?
Caught.
A cot. Or on the floor.
Yeah. In a sleeping bag.
Do you know what a needle is that you sew up your
Oh yeah.
torn clothing with, or sew that button on? What is that hole in that needle called? There's a hole
Since
in
I don't sew.
the top. Well, it's that's where you put the thread, in that little hole. But what's that hole called?
Oh my God. The Lifeline don't know this one, do you?
I was thinking camel, but that's the wrong.
Well, you'd have to go to the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Jesus said it's easier for
A camel to get through the eye of a needle.
eye of a needle.
That's right.
That's what you call it. It's the eye.
I
Don't
hate
ask
it.
me why.
Yeah, you're right.
But that little hole is
It's
called
an
eye.
Ask me why.
Right.
I hate when it happens when you hear that, you're like, dang it, I should know that. I did.
Well,
know that.
there-
There's a door in Israel and it's only big enough for one person to fit through it at a time. And there's no way you could take a camel through it. That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
When he said, and it's a way into the city or out of the city.
Without opening up one of the big gates.
And that was without
Okay.
opening one of the big gates, right?
Okay.
That's so cool, isn't it?
All right.
That is.
That extra tire in your trunk is
Spare
called
tire.
a spare tire. I want you to know I went up and had my oil changed the other day, and they said, you need your tires rotated.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of our sponsors, Mag's Auto Sales. And I said, well, okay, just go ahead. And then she said to me as I'm getting ready to leave, do you have a spare tire in your trunk?
What's that?
I said, well, yeah, I do. Well, why she asked me?
A lot of people
I guess
do.
she wanted to sell me one, but I didn't have one. The tortoise and the
Hair.
hare.
Yeah. That's a funny cartoon too. Like that's,
Tortoise and the hare.
Yeah. When Bugs Bunny done it.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Okay, that's all of the trivia. Now we're ready for
Okay.
sports.
Boy, he was all over the place on that trivia. But we
You
went
know,
we went from Japan to Bugs Bunny to Eye of the Needle.
I've got these done for the next 3 months in case I die. You'll have them. But I can't tell you where I got them. I have no
Can
idea.
you tell us where we can find them?
Exactly.
Sing.
Oh, God,
When
we're
they
in trouble,
when they
man.
come, I write them down.
That's
fun.
Okay,
Love it.
sports of all sorts.
Sports of all sorts.
Football.
yes.
What's going to happen tonight at 6:30 on Bledsoe's home turf?
Well, yeah, and you can listen to it right here too on WUAT.
I thought you might throw that in there.
Of course, I got to throw that in there. Yeah, the undefeated state-ranked Bledsoe County Warriors be taking on arch rivals Sequatchie County. It's actually going to be televised too.
Yeah.
And its kickoff will be at 6:30. And then at 6:30 it'll be here on the radio. If you do decide to listen to it on the radio, the pregame show starts at 6 o'clock.
What channel is that going to be televised on?
WFLI, and depends on,
I think it's
like satellite, cable. Everybody should have it though, but I'm not sure. It'll be different on. Depends on what service you use, but it's
Okay,
It's
right.
out of Chattanooga. It's out of Chattanooga.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people's got cable,
Yeah, and then some's got satellite, so it just depends. But
but I have the local stuff here.
you will have it. Yeah, you will have it.
Let me tell you, Tyler lost again last week.
Who did they lose to?
Georgia Force.
Okay.
Golly.
I've never heard of them. Who?
I think this might be the first year they played.
I've never heard of them. Have you?
No. And Dunlap lost again. They lost to East Ridge.
And we beat East Ridge.
And so now every sports writer on staff at the Chattanooga Times Free Press Sports Department picked Bledsoe to win.
Yeah, just like they did 2 weeks ago with Grundy County.
Every one of them.
I hope Bledsoe, they need to keep it going. They need to keep it going.
What is at stake, of course, is that would make our record 5-0. But to win back that trophy,
Yeah, you get the trophy
that's
back.
big time.
And just a big win over your arch rival. So, it's a big game.
You'd have bragging rights up and down the valley.
Absolutely.
When you went through Dunlap, you can honk your horn and say, ha ha goody. But they might put nails in the road.
They might do it.
But here's the drag. Only 1,000 local residents will be allowed, and you will have to have ticket in hand.
That's
right
true.
now, it's too late.
Yes.
You cannot get a ticket now.
And we talked about this last week. We did tell people about this. 1,000 Bledsoe fans, and I believe it's 500 Sequatchie County fans can come up to the game. So it is limited seating. But like I said, you can listen to it on the radio. You can watch it on TV. So
don't you have to wear a mask too?
Wear a mask.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to wear a mask.
I think it's mandatory.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Unless you run into a situation when I saw on television today, this woman was in this place and she was supposed to have a mask on.
Mm-hmm.
And she would not put it on, and I'm telling you, that guard had his hands full with that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to handcuff her and get her out of there, and I don't know if he ever succeeded or not.
Where was this at?
I don't remember now.
It was on TV?
It was on TV.
Oh, okay.
Bless her heart. She said, I've got asthma, I can't wear one.
Oh, I'll blame her.
I think it was in Ohio. I'm not sure.
It was terrible to watch him try to make that woman let him handcuff her.
Oh, I bet.
I think they finally tased her.
Yeah.
They finally tased her.
Oh, I don't know. No, that's no, that's not cool right there.
But then you go into these businesses now, and it says you must have on a mask.
A lot of places
and yet
don't
you get
enforce
inside, and here's these people flaunting that rule. It don't apply to me.
Yeah. I just wonder if I don't know if they really work that great.
I heard some man say to a business yesterday, I don't have one. She said, get one right inside. Took care of that in a hurry.
Yeah, some places will provide it for you.
Okay, in golf, the U.S. Open was held last week.
Okay.
And it wound up on Sunday. I want you to listen to this. After the final 2 rounds, of course, Tiger was not around. He shot a 77 and blew his...
he's still struggling, ain't he?
Blew his opportunity. That's bad news. Not just bad news because Tiger lost.
It's bad news for the sport.
For the sport, for the fans, for television, for viewers, for everybody.
Oh, you know the TV station. You know they want him to pull through.
Who wants to watch Tom Smith win the tournament?
Exactly. Okay. But Tiger Woods is struggling. He is.
The fellow by the name of Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay.
He made a decision last year that he was tired of not being able to drive the ball as far as John Daly did. And so he bulked up 40 pounds on his frame. Sound like what I'd like to do.
Wow.
And he was able to hit the ball further and longer than he's been in the past. He won the tournament.
Wow.
Now listen,
Wow.
by winning, of course, the U.S. Open is a biggie. He won $2,250,000.
Gosh.
Dude,
That's unreal.
that's unreal.
That is.
I mean, Jeremy Pruitt's going to earn over $4 million for a year. This was one game.
True. True.
Anyway,
It is mind blowing when you think about how much they win.
the second place winner only got $1 million and the one in the $125,000. Bless his heart.
Yeah. I
Bless
feel
his
bad
heart.
for him.
Second
Poor
place.
guy, I tell you.
In football, college-wise, in the Big Ten, right or wrong, Trump played his trump card and he said play
It
ball. And Big Ten,
Yeah.
the officials, the presidents of the colleges, all the sports coaches, they all got together. And they're
ready to do it
back.
now.
Jay Greason's article last Saturday
Yeah.
said the University of Iowa projected lost revenue of approximately $100 million if they don't play.
Gosh.
That's total, everything associated with the program.
Wow.
Well, football's back because the Big Ten is going to start their season on October the 23rd.
And I heard the Pac-12 is now moving in that direction.
This morning.
That's what I saw.
But I'll get to that, it's on the other
I
page.
saw that this morning.
Tomorrow, Tennessee plays South Carolina, and it will be at 6:30.
Do we know? Is it a home game or is it at South Carolina?
No, it's at South Carolina.
Well, dang. Okay. But
we'll see what we've got.
I mean, yeah, that's true. There is no cupcakes on the schedule this year, so
No.
we'll find
But
out right away.
We'll see how much weight Saban carries in the Southeastern Conference. He is advocating all conference foes be in your conference. Don't play any of these weak pantsies to build up your record.
Oh, he's wanting to do that every year now?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't agree with that. No.
Well, I don't either, but
No.
I'm saying Nick Saban,
Well, he must not care
he's
about
the
little-
dean of coaches, and Alabama is probably top dog or top elephant.
They think they are, but they got beat last year, didn't they? Got beat to the last 3 years by Clemson.
They've not beat.
No, LSU beat them last year, so no.
They're beatable.
I think he's
Tennessee beat them this year. Oh, we're not
I
playing yet.
wish. I don't think he should say that though. He's not thinking about the mid majors at all. They really rely on that money to play.
You better
big
believe it.
schools, so
You better believe
I think
it.
that's very inconsiderate of him to say that.
Any
He
school,
shouldn't say
any little
that.
when UTC played Tennessee,
Yeah, they got paid
they
a lot
got
of money.
paid
Yeah.
that gum
And they need
good.
that money, so I don't agree with that
It
at all.
probably carries their whole athletic department.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
Baseball. Well, the Braves have clinched the East Division crown for 3 years in a row.
Okay.
They are in first place and they're carrying a 34-22 record, but still that's good enough for their division.
Okay.
Whereas over in the West, my Dodgers have clinched a playoff berth, and they're carrying a 39-15 worksheet, 39-17.
Oh, your Dodgers are doing good.
No
aren't
other team out of 30 teams can boast 39 wins. No
Yeah.
other team.
they?
Only
Besides
the
who?
Dodgers. Only
Your
the Dodgers.
He usually says my Dodgers.
Well. The Big Ten's decision to play ball caused not only the Pac-12, way out on the West Coast,
Which we need. I mean, that's a power conference. So I'm glad
but they're only
back.
going to have a 7-game schedule.
Well, because they waited around too long.
They're not going to get to play till November the 25th.
Wow.
And see, Tennessee season starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, but now in doing that, the Mount West heads, they met last night. I don't know what their decision was.
I didn't even know they were not playing. All I've heard
Mid-American
about-
Conference is
Didn't know about them either.
considering the possibility of having a season.
They need to just do it.
But last week, Billy, 4 teams had to cancel ball games because of COVID-19. 4 that were scheduled to play, they had to cancel, and one of them was Notre Dame. We're not talking
that's
Lee Station playing College Station. This is big. This is big time stuff. And they had to cancel 4 games already because of the COVID-19. So you can see what ramifications went into play in the decision-making process of all these college heads.
Well, I mean, you just have to cancel that game and keep it moving with life.
Well,
like
they should consult you. You
I
have
think they
wisdom, Billy.
Well, it's ridiculous. Like,
Now,
you just have to
my
moving.
last item in sports has to do with Tennessee. Our coach, Jeremy Pruitt, is currently earning $3.8 million per year. He got a contract extension yesterday,
before it even started, before the season
and
even
the
started.
raise went from $3.8 million to $4.2 million. But they extended his contract for 5 more years. So
They must have a lot of faith in him.
well,
He's
either
recruiting really well, though. I
there
guess
has to be a reason why they gave him the raise before the season starts.
Yeah, because that timing's kind of strange.
This is pure Albertology.
Okay.
I figure that Phil Fulmer understood how coaches make their living and how other schools get good coaches. They offer a little more money.
That's true.
So Tennessee probably got the cart before the horse, and they said, we're going to keep our coach. We're going to show you, Mr. Pruitt, we want you to stay.
Yeah, because eventually, you know, if he keeps having success, other schools will come calling.
Well, if he keeps on doing what he's doing, he'll get up there with 11 million like Saban.
That's a ridiculous amount of money.
That's all the sports.
And we'll be able to talk some tennis here again pretty soon.
French Open.
And it's so crazy, like the French Open being played in September when it's usually in the spring, but they're going to allow their audiences will not be limited. They're going to let everybody come.
And here we'll see Federer competing for what, his 3rd French Open title?
He's only won the French Open once. That's his worst surface clay. Nadal will be going for his life.
Okay.
No tell it. He's won it so many times. He's broke the record.
I have enjoyed some of the tennis playing I've seen this year better than back. We'll have to go way back to when I played.
Probably because you appreciate the sports more now because they were gone for a while. So it's like just good to see you.
I thought you'd say, "Well, Albert, I remember Papa. I remember how you played."
I do. Well,
taught you.
You taught me how to play. So it'll be interesting to see that, and I'm glad to see an event, you know, just not limited and just, you know, let everybody come that wants to come. And it'll just be interesting to see it played in September, though, too, in October, because that's
But
an
it's
event
good
that's
tennis
usually in
weather.
the spring.
It's good tennis weather.
It is. The fall is good tennis weather. That's true. So let's see how that plays out.
Good time to rake leaves, too.
Is it all for sports?
It's all for sports.
Well, okay. Coming up after a short break, we will be back for some good old...
Short break. You heard him.
Listen at him. Some good old Albertology is coming up next, right here on the Albert and Billy Show.
I'll take care of the rest today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay this late for error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The out freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Ben Buckner here, General Manager of Victory Pre-Owned of Dunlap. I'm here to let everyone know that Victory offers a full-service garage open to the public. Our mechanics are ASE certified and locally known and have over 20 years of experience. From our $29.95 oil change to complete car care, no job is too big or too small. Come in and check us out, 15480 Rankin Avenue, right in the middle of Dunlap, Tennessee.
Dana Thompson and her family just finished construction on their second new home with River Valley Ag Credit. Side by side, we ensured they got a quality, lasting home. You see, Dana and Brady have 2 daughters who rely on them.
And we rely on River Valley Ag Credit.
Rely on River Valley Ag Credit, serving Western Kentucky and Tennessee farmers for decades.
Lending support for generations, River Valley Ag Credit.
This is Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative's 804 square mile service area, which covers all of Bledsoe and Sequatchie counties and portions of Van Buren, Cumberland, and Hamilton counties. The dots on the map are our 146 central office locations connected via fiber optics, which is the foundation of our existing network. Our network currently allows all members to choose broadband internet services with unlimited data usage and download speeds up to 10 megabits, leaving none of our members considered unserved with broadband services, as it is currently defined as not having services available that allow 4 megabits per second download and 1 megabit per second upload. The highlighted areas of the map represent completed fiber-ready projects. From the fiber foundation, we are currently building what is known as the last mile, fiber to the home, which connects every member with an individual fiber connection, allowing them to choose the broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds up to 1 gigabit per second for their home or business. In 2008, Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative began designing and building all new service areas as fiber to the home. A hybrid network design proved to be the most cost-efficient for the last phases of the network foundation in the most sparsely populated areas. Connecting our most remote members with an individual fiber connection during this phase of the network upgrade is why some of our most rural areas became fiber-ready before our towns, which is shown with these highlighted areas. Other fiber-to-the-home areas highlighted here have been built to meet business needs for our customers who signed up for broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds of 100 megabit and 1 gigabit per second to conduct business from their homes. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative is here to serve the members. Our current projects in Pikeville and Dunlap have the distribution fiber already in place in all of Pikeville and a large portion of Dunlap, setting for timely installs as members in these areas sign up for faster broadband packages now. Our most ambitious fiber-to-the-home project, outlined in orange, is currently underway in Dunlap, a complete cutover which connects every customer on an individual fiber connection as the distribution fiber is being placed. Better broadband and video services can then be added, often with just a call to the office. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, building the best network in the world, right here in the Sequatchie Valley.
Have you ever gotten a phone call from a number that looks suspiciously like your own? It has your area code, the first 3 digits are the same as your own number, so you answer it.
Hi, this is Jessica. You've just won a free vacation to the Bahamas.
Don't worry, you're not the only one getting these calls. Tens of thousands of Americans report that they receive these every day from similar numbers. So what are they? They're a specific type of robocall. Typical robocalls are pre-recorded messages, usually for political campaigns, public announcements, and yes, telemarketing. Your run-of-the-mill robocall will be from a randomized number, but now, telemarketers are using a technique called neighbor spoofing. That's what makes the number look similar to yours. The idea is that, well, if the first few numbers look like your own phone number, you'll answer. You may think it's from a relative, an old friend from your hometown, your kid's school, or a neighbor. And robocalling is a lucrative business. Some pretend they're the IRS. Some pretend it's a down payment for a vacation giveaway. In fact, a robocall center uncovered in India in 2016 was found to be generating around $150,000 every day from American consumers. It's estimated that people received around 2.5 billion robocalls per month in 2016. So, are these robocalls illegal? Well, robocalls made by computerized autodialers, they're illegal. They call randomly inputted phone numbers at high speeds. But not all robocalls are illegal. Back in 1991, when telemarketing calls were becoming more prevalent, the Federal Communications Commission created the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. It's been amended many times with the evolving technology of phones, and currently it differentiates legal robocalls from illegal ones. Here's a list of rules that businesses that want to make robocalls need to follow. But the act still hasn't prevented illegal robocalls from happening. In an August 2017 press release, the Federal Trade Commission said that robocalls are its #1 complaint, with more than 1.9 million complaints made within the first 5 months of 2017. The FTC is sending all complaints and attached phone numbers to cell phone carriers and app developers to create better countermeasures. But what are some things you can do to stop robocalls? To start, keep your number to yourself. Don't offer your number if signups or registrations for business services don't require you to. Second, sign up for the National Do Not Call Registry. This registry, set up by the FTC in 2003, won't block all robocalls, but it will block a majority of them. And registration is free. Finally, if you end up getting a robocall, let it go to voicemail. The TCPA states legal robocalls must provide a toll-free callback number to opt out, which you can call immediately after. If the call doesn't leave a voicemail, it may be an illegal robocall, so file a complaint with the FTC on their website. And if you're still getting harassed by what looks like your own number, there are several apps that you can use to block calls, such as NoMo Robo or Calls Blacklist.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. And don't forget, you can always check us out on YouTube and Facebook Live. Thank you guys for watching us today and commenting on the show. We appreciate that. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks to our sponsors for the Albert and Billy Show: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, Mags Auto, The Loom, and of course, as our new business here that, you know, in the same building as us, Nickel Row Antiques. You guys have got to come check it out if you haven't already. Great place. Several different vendors are set up in there, aren't they, Papa?
And thousands of items.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are thousands of items.
I think so too. So if you haven't checked out Nickel Row Antiques, you really need to. You really need to. It's nice in there. So thanks to our sponsors, and of course now it is time for Albertology, and what we're going to be talking about today, Papa.
I did some research, went to the library down here, and I told you last week, or I asked you last week if you remembered the feature that I did on O'Hare Airport in Chicago. And you said, well, Papa, let's do that again.
Yeah, because it's been a minute.
It's been a long time ago, and I lost my information that I had that Hubert Davis gave me. He was the one that gave me that information.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
But anyway, I went to the library, and the lady down there was gracious enough to show me how to use a computer.
Oh, God bless her then. They should have took a picture of that.
She could spell YouTube.
We know you can't.
She was very sweet. She printed off sheet after sheet after sheet of information that has to do with O'Hare Airport. Now, here's what the reason I wanted to tell this tale is how O'Hare Airport got its name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, way back in the 1920s, late 20s, there was a lawyer by the name of Edward Joseph O'Hare.
Okay.
He was also known as Easy Eddie O'Hare.
How come he got that name?
I'll let you in on that just in a few minutes.
Of course.
But he was a lawyer in St. Louis, did quite well for himself, and they moved to Chicago.
Okay.
These are the days of Prohibition.
Oh yeah, no liquor.
The mob, the mafia, and Al Capone.
Oh, did he get mixed up in all that?
And he and Al Capone became buddies.
Oh, I guess that's where Easy Eddie comes into play.
And so, in addition to getting, feathering his nest with his lucrative business that he was in, he obtained a second source of income from Al Capone. He got his second fortune for working for the mob as a lawyer.
Well, they probably paid him very, very well, too. So he was probably very wealthy.
Eddie decided that he would help the federal government get info. He became an informer on Al Capone.
So he was a snitch.
And they got Al Capone for tax evasion, sent him to prison.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, in 1939, 1 week before Capone was released from Alcatraz, Easy Eddie was driving his big, expensive car, and two gunmen did him in and killed him.
I mean, that's why I'm surprised he cooperated, because when a lot of times when people do snitch or tell or become an informant on the mafia, unfortunately that happens a lot.
Okay, this is what I want to tell you now about O'Hare Airport.
Okay, let's hear that.
Eddie was the father of Butch O'Hare. Butch O'Hare was a Navy aviator that was cited for his bravery and got the Medal of Honor.
Wow.
So, Easy Eddie decided back in 1930, when he became the informant for the Internal Revenue Service, he did not want his son to find out the lifestyle that he had used to amass his money, his fortunes. And he was proud of his son for his bravery in the Navy and for his becoming a Medal of Honor winner. And he got to thinking, I don't want my son to find out about what kind of daddy he's got. So he decided to turn the tables on Al Capone and turn him in and do him in. Well, in doing so, in doing in Al Capone and sending him to prison, he signed his own death warrant.
Exactly.
Don't you know that Easy Eddie knew he would get it?
Had to have known. Had to have known. But I'm surprised it didn't happen quicker than that, really.
That was until 1939, and Capone, I think, was tried in 1931.
Right, like so it was 8 years later. Yeah.
But anyway, Carolyn and I were at O'Hare Airport. We were at a Chicago Cubs game in Chicago.
Wrigley Field.
And every 2 minutes, we'd see a plane come right across our vision.
Yeah.
And that was how busy O'Hare Airport was.
It's a big, big airport.
In 1987, the Untouchables came out. This was...
It was about Capone, wasn't it?
It was based on Easy Eddie and what he did to Capone.
Okay. So there was a movie about it. Gotcha.
It was something else, and I wanted us to again go over that. And so they named the airport after Easy Eddie's son because of his bravery in the Navy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because of his bravery. He really stood out.
Definitely didn't know that.
But he had to learn about his daddy.
Had to
learn about his daddy.
I mean, especially if they made a movie about it. I mean, obviously.
But wasn't his son a city official also?
Don't know. It didn't tell me. Didn't tell me that in the article.
Okay.
Didn't tell me that.
Sorry.
Okay.
Mariah Carey. Is that
Do you know Mariah Carey? This article tells us how she got her name.
Okay.
By the way, she's written an autobiography. The meaning of Mariah Carey is the name of it.
Okay.
And it comes out September the 29th, which today's the 25th.
Oh, okay, that's pretty.
That'd be next week.
Okay.
But here's some fun facts about Mariah that you might not know.
All right, let's hear it.
Number one, her name Mariah came from the song They Call the Wind Mariah.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Never heard of the song.
But I think that's neat. But
I've never heard of that song ever.
You never heard of the song?
I have not. The what'd you call it again?
They call the wind Mariah. You don't know.
I don't know.
That's exactly on tone. But that's the name of the song. But Mariah worked as a waitress, as a coat checker, as a salon hair sweeper, and as a backup singer before signing on with Columbia Records.
Really?
She owns a white baby grand piano that once belonged to Marilyn Monroe.
She does? Really?
Yeah. She beat Elvis Presley. She holds the record for the most #1 singles by a solo artist. She has 19 and Elvis has 18.
Wow. I mean,
and you know,
she's hugely
he's not going to do any more to catch up with her.
Right, exactly.
1933 is when that song came out, by the way.
Whoa!
Oh, no wonder.
I wasn't even born. But why do I
look at me like I'm crazy for not knowing it? Good Lord!
But it was redone in '65 and in 2009.
All right, that's the reason I know it.
Okay.
But I thought it was a beautiful song. I didn't sound beautiful, but it's.
Yeah, how was Papa singing out there?
All right.
Facebook listeners out there.
That's the reason they don't let me sing in the church choir. And lastly, her version of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I know that. She done a great job on that.
Was named by the Guinness World Records as the highest charting Christmas song by a solo artist.
I'm not too surprised at that. I remember when that come out and it was a huge hit. And it is a good Christmas song. It is.
It is. I love Christmas songs.
I know.
One song I really love in the gospel charts is The Little Drummer Boy.
You do love that song?
Oh, The Little Drummer Boy, I'll tell you. Okay.
And Christmas will be here before you know it, won't it?
Yeah, what are you going to get me? Emmy Awards. You know, Carolyn, speaking of Christmas, Carolyn would rather watch her kids and grandkids open presents than she open her own.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this, I can tell this on her now. This is the truth. A lot of the gifts Nanny got, she would take them back because they didn't fit just right.
Mm-hmm.
And she would swap them and give them to somebody else in the family. I'm not lying. I had a wonderful wife. I wish I could find another Carol. Impossible. The most patient nominee for an Emmy is Ted Danson.
Ted Danson?
Danson.
Okay.
He holds the record for the most outstanding lead actor in a comedy.
Okay.
He's been nominated 14 times, but only won twice.
Gosh. Wow.
Bless his heart.
Well, yeah. That's like gosh, this is the second time I've hit that darn thing, Papa. Who was it?
Our table.
Yeah, our
Need
table.
to put some.
We gotta get them. Yeah, definitely.
I'm putting my feet under there.
Exactly. I remember when what was her? Susan Lucci, I think. Susan Lucci. I remember when they used to make a big deal about she was nominated like. It was crazy. Like almost 15, 20 years in a row nominated for an award on a soap opera and never won. And I think she finally did win after so long. I didn't know that about him though. He's a good actor.
Now, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
She's a good actor. She's fun.
Oh, she is tremendous. She can do any part they want her to do.
Yeah, definitely.
But she is tied for the most Emmy performance wins in history.
Okay,
Wow.
She and Cloris Leachman each have 8 awards.
Oh, well, she's funny too, Cloris
She's
Leachman.
won 6 in a row. Oh, I like Cloris.
Yeah.
She's won 6 in a row.
Wow.
Also, the most, no, I already done that one. Okay, Saturday Night Live. The numbers for Saturday Night Live are weird. 72 Emmys.
Wow.
285 nominations.
Gosh.
And they've been doing this for 45 years.
That's an amazing run right there.
Those writers, and of course I'm sure some of them's already gone, but those writers do a tremendous job to give them the information they need to do what they do and say what they say. And the makeup artist that makes them look exactly like whoever it is they want to be.
And you know, the best time to watch Saturday Night Live is when an election's going on.
Yeah.
It's so funny when they make fun of them.
But the narratives that they utilize, some writers are, they're with it, boy. Okay, do you know Betty White?
Of course, she's a legend.
I've known her for nearly 100 years. She has been in the profession for 80 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
She's 98 years old.
She's 98 now.
She's been nominated 21 times in 6 different decades.
Gosh.
That's spreading your talent over a long period of time. 6 decades is 60 years.
Yeah. She's had an amazing career.
She's won 5. Wow. The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Golden Girls. I guess she's more noted for The Golden Girls than anything.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
The John Larroquette Show, and then Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really? Yeah, she hosted Saturday Night Live before. Yeah.
She is good.
She is. She is.
All right, ask Marilyn.
Okay. Okay.
Please help restore order in our household. I'd like only a scientific answer, no morality. My wife scolds me when I eat ice cream directly out of the container. I've never seen that happen. But he says, I say any germs will die quickly when the ice cream goes back in the freezer. Who is correct? So here's what Marilyn says. Smartest woman on the planet.
That's what they keep telling us.
Freezing inactivates most microbes, but it doesn't kill them. In fact, freezing is the method by which scientists routinely store bacteria. But yet, unless you're sick at the time that you indulge, it's unlikely that this practice of yours will cause any harm. One benefit of your doing this, you may get to have the whole carton to yourself. Nobody wants to eat after you.
My wife eats it so fast I don't get a chance to eat it. She loves ice cream.
Well, it depends on what kind.
Vanilla Mayfields, that's what she
wants. Hey, that is good. I like Rocky Road.
Yeah, I do too.
That was Carolyn's favorite.
Well, I must get it from Nanny then, because I love Rocky Road.
They got it right over there.
Yeah.
Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune. I like to watch that program every night.
I like that show.
Do you know he has a wig?
I did not know that.
I'm gossiping here. Don't repeat that. This is what Pat says. I've heard that the reason he won't quit is because Bantam won't quit, and the reason Bantam won't quit is because he won't quit.
Really?
Sometimes you just stumble into something that works.
Well,
Here I am a quarter of a century later.
Wow.
Wheel of Fortune.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that show's been on. That show's been around for a long
stumbled into something
time.
That works right here 5 years ago. Did you know that?
I did not. Well,
that's what Ethan told us today. It's been over 5 years ago.
Wow.
Albert and Billy's been on over 5 years.
Wow.
You know what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have an anniversary show for folks. We're, working out the details and stuff. But we'll get back with you guys on that. We are working on that.
This little girl at dinner one night said to her dad, "Dad, when I grow up, I'm going to marry you." And that, of course, made him feel good.
Right.
And he laughed until his mom said, "Don't make the same mistake I did." Wouldn't that be disheartening for your wife to say that? Here's some funny names of cities.
Oh, wow.
Here's some funny names of cities in the country, in the United States. Hygiene, Colorado. Hope you like it, Georgia. Beer Bottle Crossing, Idaho. Beer Bottle Crossing, Idaho.
Wow.
Embarrass, Illinois. Now, I've heard of Santa Claus, Indiana. Yeah, I've heard that.
Wow.
They get a lot of mail.
I'm trying to say they do.
Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky.
These are crazy names.
Accident, Maryland. Sleepy Eye, Minnesota.
I like that.
Tightwad, Missouri.
Ooh, I love that one.
Have you ever been called Tightwad? I have.
Tightwad.
I can't believe these are actual names.
Worms, Nebraska.
Worms.
Jackpot, Nevada. I can understand that.
I can see that one, yeah, because of Vegas.
Jackpot, Nevada.
Yeah. Vegas and Reno.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
No, believe it or not, I haven't, but I'm going to go.
Patricia, my lady friend that died, she said they went more than once.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go
I had
to Vegas.
a friend of mine and his twin brother. They were in California, and they would go.
Been to Cali. I like
They
that.
would go to Vegas just on their vacation, not to gamble, but to get cheap rooms and cheap food.
Yes, yes.
They said that's what they went for.
And you can do that there.
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Ooh,
the program.
what a name.
And I've got a saying by Bob Barker. Bob Barker used to be the MC of Truth or Consequences.
Oh.
Why not? North Carolina.
These are crazy names.
Okay, Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma.
Halfway House, Pennsylvania. Ketchup Town, South Carolina. I heard a person in another religious denomination than Baptist say, he told me this, he said they had a catch-up Sunday. If you were behind on your tithes, they had a Sunday during the year that you could catch up. I tell you the truth.
That's pretty good right there now, Pop.
Porcupine, South Dakota. Sweet Lips, Tennessee.
Sweet Lips, Tennessee. Wow.
I love that one.
I like that one too.
Eggnog, Utah.
These are just
Mosquitoeville, Vermont. Dollar Corner, Washington. And last one, I'm Alone, Wisconsin.
That was crazy.
Can I add two?
You know some more?
I know two. I know Greasy Creek, Tennessee. It's in Cleveland, up the Hiwassee River.
Okay.
All right.
Greasy Creek.
And Baskins Creek. You ever heard of Baskins Creek in downtown Gatlinburg? It's called Baskins Creek.
Oh, yeah.
If you read the sign there, it comes from the terminology, old hillbilly, Bearskin Creek. And they used to kill bears up in the mountains and bring them down on that creek and clean them.
I can see, yeah.
And hang the bear skins up in the trees and brush to dry.
Let them dry out.
Bearskin Creek. Baskins Creek is very popular up in Galway.
Yeah.
I guess you call that tanning the hide.
Tanning the hides, yeah.
But these are names of towns.
That's
though.
really neat. I love that.
Yeah, I would have never thought there's so many towns in the country with some crazy names like that.
That's funny.
Okay.
I'm Alone, Wisconsin.
Now you
Sweet Lips, Tennessee. I like that one.
Sweet Lips, Tennessee.
I like that. There's only one from Tennessee.
I liked it.
We'll write a song about that one.
John Steinbeck wrote The Grapes of Wrath.
Okay.
And they made it into a movie many years ago. But the movie had to do with the Okies in Oklahoma and the Dust Bowl era.
Oh.
And they had to leave to get some kind of job somewhere, but they were told to go to California and you'll find plenty of work there.
Okay.
Well, it didn't pan out the way that it was advertised to them, but nonetheless, this family loaded up in no jalopy, and that's where they wound up going.
That's kind of the storyline to it.
But okay, here is some second thoughts that John Steinbeck had about the name of the book.
Oh, okay.
The Grapes of Wrath has nothing to do with grapes.
Right. Yeah.
Because they wind up going to to California and picking oranges. Okay. Instead of the Grapes of Wrath, he thought about the angry grapes.
He's still determined to put grapes in there, isn't he?
Raging raisins.
Raging raisins.
Grapes with issues.
More grapes. I don't know where the grapes are coming into play then.
The apples of wrath.
Apples of wrath.
Because it had nothing to do with grapes.
I know, that's crazy.
And the last one was grapes with gripes.
Grapes with gripes.
Okay.
That's a funny name.
Is that enough, or do you want any more?
Oh, that's plenty. You got a joke or two you want to tell?
Well, I might have one.
We can end the show with a good joke. That's tradition anyway.
I've got some Yogi Berra-isms.
Yogi Berra-isms.
I've got some CB.
He has some good ones.
I've got some CB Moore-isms. CB used to be our policeman here.
I remember CB.
And Patsy Angels, that was her daddy.
I know.
And
Patsy.
I've got a pair of shoes that I wear every Sunday, my black ones that he gave me.
Oh, really?
Sweet man, sweet man.
Yeah, I like CB.
Okay. Here's one I'll tell.
Okay.
Today, my boyfriend told me he'd drive me to the jeweler's to pick out a ring.
Right.
We drove there. I picked out the ring. And the salesperson rang it up. And I glanced at my boyfriend only to hear him reply, "Well, don't look at me."
Ooh.
Bless her heart.
Oh.
She thought he was getting it for her, and he was, but he wanted her to pay for it.
That's a sorry boyfriend.
You know,
that's speaking of top ones. He's a top one.
I had a date last Saturday night. You found out about it.
I did.
And I took this lady out. She took me out. It was in her car.
Yeah.
But anyway, she said, "Are we going Dutch?"
Oh, she did say that, didn't she? Yeah.
You going Dutch?
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, no. If you're picking me up and you're paying for the gas, I'll pay for your meal." Today, I saw an elderly man fall in a crosswalk. So I jumped off my bike to help. As I helped him across, the light turned green. I then watched across a 6-lane street as someone stole my bike.
Oh, man.
That'll be enough for today.
Yeah. I'm still cracked up on them crazy names for those towns.
What was that? Sweet Lips, Tennessee?
We need to find out where Sweet Lips is and go visit that place. Well,
I'm gonna Google it.
Got to. Speaking of Nickel Row Antiques, we're going to be filming. We're supposed to be filming there actually next week. We'll be featuring Nickel Row Antiques on the show and talk to the vendors, and you guys will get to see it.
Oh, the vendors will be here.
Right, yes, and we'll
good deal.
We'll let you guys take a tour of Nickel Row Antiques next week, and we'll be telling you all about that. That's where we'll be broadcasting from. So that's it for this edition of the Albert and Billy Show. Tune in next week, though, for another episode. Until then, so long, folks.
Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Bye-bye.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.